Seems pretty weird, eh? I never seem to get the camera right, but that's okay. I guess the same visual goes on. My last video just got washed out. What I brought up in the last video was this plank. This is blue and this is red mixed up. A very dash of blue. You don't really need much blue. It just fills in that way. Okay, but before I start, I wanted to show you what I was working on. I was working on Bluetooth and the telephone. See, you can't see the paper right now. I'm working on Bluetooth and the telephone. And this is what happens. So I draw me out of the picture and I whitewash this back in. P-H-O-N-E, H, because it's in pool. And this color comes in pool as the 7 ball and the 15 ball and is created by Tony Esposito. If I get the number 35 correct, 3 by 5, 3 plus 5 is 8 and 15. 8 is 2 zeros. It connects together. It's a link. It's 2 complete zeros. You see the both circles inside of 8. Okay, once you see that, they link. The center I is where they link. The center I is they link this whole thing. They link here. They link here. Here's your center I. Here's your plate. Half and half is 1. Half and half is 1 is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I look at this? Because I'm now going to Legos and how they classify each one of their squares. Okay? Legos is squares. Isn't that weird? Then the phone, the H is first, okay? Because the H is also the I. It has both inside of it. It is the I letter that I'm gonna try and get this down over here. Okay, I'm not really sure which way I want to go with this. Whether I want to put these eyes together for your eyes only, but don't forget, these connect up over here. And this has its border over here. So your eye comes in over here. Okay, now I'm not sure which way I'm going to do this. I don't know. I do a ton of designs and I try to figure out which way I can do this. Okay, and then when we do it both ways, from both sides, okay, we end up doing it this way. But this is not true. It has to come like this. You have to know both angles. So in the reality of knowing both angles and getting back to, again, what I was talking about is the 8 ball, which is on 101, 7, which is 7, which has 1 moon, okay? You're not going up. You're going from the top where you were born, the other world, and the world you connect to, okay? 4 and 4 is the DNA of the 2 worlds coming together, 4 and 4 creating the 8. 1, which is the divider, because 1 is the division of the totality of a circle or a sphere or whatever it is. There's a center to it. Remember, when we bring 2 circles over each other, even if you do not see a dot, once these cross each other, this is an X. The point that crosses this way will now create your X here in the middle of a square and the X here in the middle of a square, dividing the square into 4 areas, in which 1 square is not everything. It's only a part of what's inside the 8. It's a passageway for the 9 to come in, because the 9 card, they don't have a 9 dice. They have a 3 and a 6 dice for creation. They have a 4 and a 5. That's all I can do. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 256, 512. Memory, no 3 and 4. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 256. Times 2, 512. 5 by 5 by 5 by 5, 625. No 3, 4, no straight. No diamond 8 for Christa Berg, bringing in the 9 birth. I mean, for all I know, in Christa Berg, they were playing for sperm. Soon went up to 59, head to tail. All the dead ones, you want a lot of them, only 1 got through. What about this world? So now we're talking about the rust, where this is the 2 ball and the 10 ball, becomes 10, becomes 16. Bring me the spirit light, 1 and 6, 7. We have now the 20 world, because 2 and 0 go together, 2 and 1 go together, which is 41. The AD. There's a lot of things to say, so I'm not going to say them all. It's not possible for me to say them all. I know there's more. When my story ends here, that's not the end of the story. Your perception, your understanding, and the difference. Because if I knew everything, and this was all new, I'd be the smartest guy in the world. And I'm not, but I am. I'm the only one home. Home alone. That'd be great. The minute somebody shows up, I'm only half as smart. And then when I begin to listen to what they have to say, the only thing I'm smart enough to do is listen and understand. Give everybody their own objective. Teresa, I'm not sure how many videos of mine you have watched, but when I saw that, I'm like scratching my head going, put 3,000 videos out here. I started from scratch knowing not where I was absolutely going. And then I come here and I see that, and I'm trying to scratch my head, and I'm saying, like, am I that off that I don't see that's, what did I say? My story is not the last story. Thank you for making me be aware of that. Because just in case, you never know. Somehow we tend to swim off to the other side and keep thinking that whatever I say is the only way. 601, Saturn. When I say 601 Saturn, it's my game. I took a puzzle that's round. I have a round puzzle. I have to put all the pieces together, leaving no spaces. And if I am going to leave a space, they have to design to create what? That's right, the Galactica. They have to create the constellations through the spaces of the circles, because 2 circles together will create a star. 6 circles together will create the Mug and Dovey. 10 circles together will create something else. How do I know? Chips is the answer. Round chips. You know the poker chips you got? Those round chips. But get the casino size ones. You want to go pro when you play, right? You want the pro stuff. And watch out when you pick up the dollars. There is a slight difference. And you know where the difference is? In the ridges. If you can get the ridges to go into each other and bring all the chips together, eventually you're going to lose that space in the ridge because they're overlapping. Gears overlap in the same space. Oh no, I can't go in the same space. So right away you know when gears overlap, they only overlap in the round. That's where gears overlap. All the answers have been given us through games people play, businesses, commerce, buildings, whatever they did on this earth. When God said, I gave you this and that, He generally gave us everything. When I look at the Bible, I think it's like God was speaking to me like 20 years ago, like my father. He's saying, pick that up. So I look in the back, I go, oh, the Creator said, pick that up. Must be in my house. What am I picking up? Why am I putting it away? When I picked it up and I looked down and I realized something, I just noticed it. I wouldn't have noticed before by being aware. That's pretty weird, eh? Pretty dark in the house. Oh, that'll help a little bit, eh? That'll help a little bit, yes. I had to put on the lights a little bit. Yeah, so one thing I'd like to say that I can't actually really get, how can I say it, involved in certain situations one-on-one. There's a certain reality to my one-on-one. I was involved with some realities to one-on-one. It seems like every time I speak to somebody, okay, it never ends. I mean, once we get into a subject, if they're interested in something, it's always an hour or 2 hours, and I don't have that kind of time. I don't have an hour, I don't have 2 hours, and I don't have 5 minutes. That once I get myself into something, I'm subjecting myself to frustration. Okay, my frustration, oh, I get frustrated really easy. Your mother says to you, well, listen, I have a formation within my mind. I don't want to put somebody towards an area where they might or misinterpret over a telephone call, because I was talking about pool right now and we got into this telephone call. Don't forget, what I speak about right now is a session. I come in here for a jam session. I'm showing you the board. This is the 2 and 12. Can he lighten me up? This is the 2 and 12. Let me see, where's the board? Where's the board? Okay, there's the board. I think it's off my camera light. 2 and 12. That is the 2. Okay, 2 and 10. Sorry, 2 and 10 equals 12. 2, 10, and 12. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. 2, 10, and 12. 2, 10, and 12. Hold on a second. Let me get into here. 2, 10, and 12. 2, 10, and 12. 2, 10, and 12. 2 equals 58. 10 equals 39. And 12 equals 78. If I'm corrected. Where 11 equals 63. Isn't that funny? The birth 11 equals 63, 9. 12 equals 78, 6. 9, 6, rotation, 11, 12. Now, we're not going to get into all these numbers. So I went with blue 10, and now I'm going with red 3 and red 11. And I mention this because the 11 and the 12 equal to 23. It uses 11 and 12 equals 2, and 2 and 1 equals 3. And this equals to the 5, okay? And this equals to the 5. And this equals, okay, this is the 2-ball and pool. This is the 3-ball and pool. This is the 2-ball and pool, and now we're going to add the 2 and the 10 equals to 12. The 3 and the 11 equals to 14. 3 and 11 equals to 14. Now that's red. This is a complicated thing I'm trying to put together here. 3 and 11 is red. It's 14. It's exactly what goes around on this dice. 3 and 11. But it's not only 3 and 11. It's CAA. ACA, 11 times 11 times 11 is 1331. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4, 7, and 3 and 4, 7. 2 gateways in the 8 card in which 9 comes in. Okay? The 9 comes in to live the life. I'm trying to build a situation. Well, 9 comes in and lives the life off of the box. Okay? Do you know why we did this over here? How we switch. I'm going to show you how things move over, not only on the side, but inside. How things have to go around. And I'm going to give you more light. And it was like, they come in together. Walk like an Egyptian. Snakes and ladders, walk like an Egyptian. It's pretty easy. The snakes that work, snakes and electric, snakes that go in through the piping, snakes and ladders, walk like an Egyptian. So it goes over there, it turns around, it comes back. But it only can come back to here. Just like the 9. The 9 can only live on top, the I position, sitting in the plank. How can I show you this? This is so complicated what I'm doing right now. I shouldn't even be doing this. It's too complicated. Living on the plank. You see, our heads may go up like this, but the actual passage of the 90, those 90-degree curves that go over your head, right? Right? Turning around and turning around and turning around. You ever get bandaged that way, around this way? Because there's a reality inside of it. I don't know what it is. It's 1313. So right now I took you nowhere. We've done absolutely nothing. That is my thing that I see right now. Phone. PH16. Aleph. Alpha. Phone. H. The first letter in the alphabet carries the A, carries the C, carries the E. 1, 3, 5. Velociraptor. 1, 3, 5. Here's the 2, 4. 2 times 4 equals H8. He, AC energy. Okay? There's something about going into the ocean. Is that not correct? Okay? The O equals A and E, 1 and 5. The N equals 1 and 4 equals 5. This whole phone was heaven sent. 7, 8, 9. EN, the S carries the T because it's always ST, 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 ST. ES, TE. It's a combination because inside the sound it's ES. Okay, ends in S. This one starts in T. It's both in this E family and it says East. Or at the same time it says Estás. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Or where are you going? If you can say how are you, you can also say where are you going? Where have you come from? The Apache. Is it the helicopter? Does a helicopter have anything to do with weird sciences moving communication? So we went on and we spoke about the 2, we spoke about the 10, we spoke about the 3, we spoke about the 11 and 12. 2 and 10 is 12. 3 and 11 is 14. Total is, what is the total? 26. 11 and 10 is 21. That is the cube. And the houses that it in is 621. 23 is the number. CB codes. 20 minus 6 is 14. 10 plus 6 is 16. You've trapped the 10 world over to 16 to light. You've brought the two 10 worlds back down to the four sides of the cube. It's complicated. I'm just right now what I'm doing is I'm building a case right now. So if I ever have to look, you know, people bury things in the ground. Well, this is what I'm burying in the ground, but I'm saving it. It's like a dark room. So phone, okay, actually says Apache 1 cent, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9 is 24. Plus 10 is 34. That means the communication was sent to DC. And then it says Northeast telephone, 514. They're also talking about Montreal and Toronto. 416. 416 for the reality that in order for 1 to survive in 4, because instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 2, 3, 0. The 4 is actually the 0 because it's 4 corners of 4 by 9, 360. So 4 equals 0. 40 is blue. 60 is orange. 60 is diamond. 4 times 6, 24. 4 plus 6 equals DC. They have CHEP, CH, 38, EP. The EP is the record, okay? Some maybe or a coordinate position. Where was I right now? I was talking about the EP, the OE, the 1 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 is like 0. It's the 360 degrees, you know, everything that's inside of there. It's also known as a hole. Why? Because Legos. What do you get when you take a bunch of round pieces and you put them together? You get stars. You put 6 of them together, you get the Mug and David. So now you have inside a telephone, you actually have bring me the light of the two worlds, PH. It's a combination. It's just like saying PHI. PHI in Greek or psi. P is also known as AF, but the 6 is also coming together from 303. It's 3 different levels of combinations, 1, 4, 7, the combinations. 1, 4, 7 is actually talking about not 1, but all the ones, even if they don't come from the 1 house. Because 1 is not 10. When you say 17, that's not 1. That's 10. It has a whole number. 13 is 1. Why? Because they said, hey, you're a TH. You're together. 3 and 1 is 4. You're a couple. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. But when you get to 17, it's a change again because the French came in and they said 10 again. They said 17 is 10. 17. 11, 12 is a little bit different because 11 and 12 is 3 come together to create the 1, 3 that they are, the strand that they are. Who is 3? Here's your 2. Now, there's your 6. So that means the opposite is the 1. 1 and 2 is 3. 6 and 2 is 8. 3 and 8. C and H, creation heaven, right here on these 3 sides. It's all this easy. Let this, what this can do, tell you what's going on. And whatever I say is one-dimensional. I like, whatever I do is prime. It means it's not the last answer. Prime is not the last answer. It's the beginning. It's not the end. Okay, you can go smaller than a prime. You actually could. You can get smaller. You know why? You know what happens? Everything becomes a 0.5 divisible by another number, making it whole, owning or least to, like just like the palettes, orange and blue. Now we did the telephone and it says Apache sent. Okay, but we also says, oh, I can't hold it up right now. We're just going to get on to the next thing. So the other thing here it told me is Northern Telecom. We were also looking for 416. I was also talking about number 12 and number 1123 or number 23, and the 2 and 3 ball is number 2 and 3, red and blue, which creates the color of the 7 and the 15 ball, which is 101 away from 8, where 7 is the gateway, to where 9 is the, because 7 and 9 go into 8. The 9 sticks its tail into the other side, and it breaks through the gateway as the letters shapes come together. Oh, call me what you want. Russia puts in, has anybody ever seen this? R-U-S-S-I-A. The letter R equals 19. The letter U equals 21. The letter S, both equal 19. And I and A in Russia equals 19. 777. Russia is the gateway. Okay. In the R design is created with a 1 and a 2 if you really take a close look. It also looks like the question mark, which again is part of something else, but we won't get into that. Why is Russia all these sevens? Because R is in the A family, so it becomes 19S. It also becomes RU is also like R in the A family, but the A is before R, take away 1. So it actually makes R valued at 8. Put 1 back into it, it's valued at 9 or 18. Take 1 away from R18, it becomes Q. It becomes, instead of Russia, it becomes Kessia. Can you read it Kessia? Because the S is in the E family. But there's 2 S's together, again, creating the church. But this S and S, 19 and 1938, which is Creation, Heaven, Church by S and S, they try to refabricate it. Inside of it, inside the putting of 2 S's together, it recreates a new design. And also, instead of Russia, it looks like the street of 55, double nickel, over and under, the beaver, in and out of another world from Russia. 2 worlds in one. SS is 55 to 19, the spirit of the street, 18, 21, 39, 3 worlds, 444. Russia is the strength of the totality. God, dame, female. Goddamn, God is a dame, female. Dam is built by a beaver. Beaver is a female living above and below. So Russia, the letter R becomes 1 and 2. The letter U is for beta creation, which is between the blue and the red, as I was just speaking just now. The I and the A, again in Russia. And all the IAs. Why? Because it was Haiti and Jamaica to start with. Now, we were talking about 416 Toronto, Phil Esposito, Bobby Orr, Orange Palettes, number 70, Luna the Moon, and how all these numbers from Boston click back together with Tony Esposito in Chicago to tell us another story of whatever it means, Chicago, the Big Dipper, Boston, Montreal, New York, whatever it tallies together. But Boston Bruins, Bobby Orr, and Phil Esposito, if you want to know why I brought it up, and the orange and blue, and the color blue and red, all connect to Boston and Nibiru. All this I just mentioned will have something to do with the reality of Nibiru. Dodge City, have you ever heard of Dodge City? Okay, we're not going to talk about that right now. You ever think about this? I was reading up about some of the pills I was taking, Seroquel and lithium, and there's a 50-50 chance, and there's 25 side effects. Marijuana, there's a 100% chance that you're going to make it, right? 100% chance in the past. The future compared drugs to cigarettes, marijuana, and driving. Marijuana is the safest drug on the street. Cars are drugs. If you don't know that, your computer's a drug. Anything that you can get to an addiction of is a drug. You don't have to consume it. You gamble, you don't consume it, you do it. You're on the computer, you do it. You make videos, you do it. It's all a drug. 50-50 chance. My psychologist says, don't take marijuana, it's no good, it'll cause anxiety. It will cause anxiety. Yes, it will cause anxiety. And there's a 50-50 chance the anxiety is only what you perceive of me. Because in me, I like that vibration. I like that anxiety vibration. Drink a little wine. Luna, orange. And how about this one? This one I have to show you. This one I really have to show you. Has anybody seen 1/4? This is 1 and this is 4. Are you kidding? It's a percentage sign. See the one up here on the percentage sign, which is over here? Don't look at that. It's the letter Y. This is 1/4. Oh, don't look at that. It's now 9. 1, 9. The minute 1 comes down, you see this? This is the letter I. That's right. That's the letter I. I want to show you why. It's the T. It comes down and it's on 2 angles. There's a line going down here and there's another line going down here. This is a percentage of 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 this is a percentage. So this is not the only one. So when you redo this one, you've now redid this. But this is a 7 and a 1. Because 7 and 1 create the 4. Alpha Omega sprouts, JA, MA, Russia, Haiti, Russia, J and H. Again, back to Russia. And inside the word Russia, it says I see. This equals to 19 in itself. Okay? This is 19 in itself. 1 times 3, anyways, the mathematical location is, this is coming of 2 worlds. I see. Okay? This is the connection, the AC connection. This is J and this is J. These become 16 and 16, 32. This becomes your doorway to 1 and 9. 1 and 9 is actually 9 minus 1 is 8. Plus 1 and 10. So 9 minus 1 is 8, 0, 0, 9, and 10. 1, 0. What is the 10? Because minus 1 and plus 1. We all know how it works. Which way would you like to go? 10,000 souls on the line. This is a passageway, 10,000 souls. Why? Because life, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,000 souls. I'm just trying to empty out. I had a video that did not upload. I just want to tell anybody, yeah, sorry, I'm out of time for, there's no, when I don't know anybody, when I haven't seen enough comments for somebody, and even if I have, it's not possible to respond to everybody and to see all the comments with all the troubles I've had. It takes an awful lot of time for me to get anything done. And if you notice, I spent almost 26 minutes plus the videos that didn't upload before this one to get on, and this upload to get anything done. So we're going to sort of turn it around, and we're going to maybe get it done this way. This is something that you put together. Can you have a DNA roll on anything? You ever see a DNA splice like this? They put it right over and everything goes together. You couldn't even tell, eh? You couldn't even tell that there was something there that had nothing to do with anything, but you knew if you took it away, it would never last off long enough inside a laboratory. The tube. The tube. The tube. The tube. Watch out for the tuba. Watch out for the tuba. 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 Let's not lose anything. So now we mentioned something. There's this one thing I wanted to bring back. Because inside the quarter that we saw is 4 times 1 quarter is 1 whole, but it took 4 times something because it means a quarter in its own is whole in its own. It's 1 1/4. It's a whole of its own and it's a quarter. It's 1.25. 1.25 times 72. What was that equal? 18 and 18 and 18 and 18 equals 90 equals 108. Jack Kevin. It equals 72 plus 18. In the same row, be 72, 16, 72, 18, 88, 90, 92. 90, 90, 90, 90, 360 degrees. The moose shows 2 worlds, AE and I. 1 and 3 AC. The moose, Canadian moose, Russia, red, yellow, blue, and orange. We're not going to take it anymore. Where the orange ball and pole creates the sun, and blah, 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 blah. Just a piece that I'm working on right now. It looks like kids stuff, doesn't it? Let me make it a little bit brighter. And I'm not done yet, but Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Have a good day.